Okay, so welcome again. So today's class is around stability and balance. All of our exercises will be done in sitting. I may be changing views in terms of going sideways just to give you a better idea of what I'm asking you to do. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, where possible, is not sit against the backrest of the support that you're using. Okay, we want to be using those postural muscles to the best of our ability and working them nice and hard. Okay, so we're going to start off with a nice warm up. Okay, all we're going to do is just lift one arm out to the side, up in front, sorry, and the other arm. So, unlike last week or the last few weeks, we're doing nice, slower, deliberate movements, okay? This way we're working our postural muscles and our balance muscles. Okay, a couple more. And we're going to raise out to the side. So at the minute you can see my body's staying nice and still. Where you can, your feet should be supported on a firm surface. So whether that's foot plates of your wheelchair or on the floor if you're sitting in a standard chair, that's absolutely fine. Okay, a few more and then we're going to go up to the ceiling. Okay, last two and up to the ceiling. So reaching up to the ceiling. So with each reach, I want you to try and get a little bit further. As you do so, you should feel a little bit of movement through your trunk. Okay, it's not huge. But what you'll find is the side you're lengthening should be nice and long, and the side you're reaching away from should shorten slightly. So this is quite normal, this is what we want. There'll be an element of weight shifting side to side. So as you reach up, your weight will shift towards that side. But what I don't want you to do is kind of fall over. That's not what we're doing. We're reaching up to the ceiling. Okay, a couple more. Okay, good. Right, hands in front of us, and we're just going to rotate to each side, nice and slowly. Try and keep those knees nice and stable. They shouldn't be collapsing into each other. We're just twisting from our middle. With each twist, try and get a little bit further. Okay, we're going to keep going but we're going to add an arm reach. So as we twist, we're going to reach with the opposite arm. Okay, 2 more to each side. Good, okay. So we are going to move on to some pelvic tilting, okay? So I'm just going to go sideways for this one. Okay, so again, sitting away from the back of your chair. Pelvis should be nice and neutral to start off with. You should be sitting up nice and straight. You're just going to sink through your pelvis, so you're rounding your back slightly, but from the lower back, not the upper back, and then up. So you're basically rolling through your sitting bones and back up. So you can see my shoulders stay fairly still. We're not doing this. That's not what we're trying to do, or this. Okay, we're just rolling through our pelvis and back up again. Keep going. Make sure you're looking forwards while you're doing that. That will encourage your shoulders to stay up. If you're looking down to the floor, then you just generally want to hunch your back around. If it helps, you can imagine yourself on a wobble cushion or a gym ball. But really, you should feel the pressure change in your sitting bones. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're just going to add some arms. So we're just going to add an arm raise and up. Arm raise, only to shoulder height, and up. If you're not able to include the arm raise, that's fine. Just keep going with the pelvic tilting. Or if you can't do both arms, maybe try one. Okay, 5 more. Good. Next exercise, we're going to carry on from where we were reaching up to the ceiling in terms of the weight transfer side to side. Okay, so just have your hands either by the side of you or you can have them resting on armrests. We're just going to try and come across to one side, shorten through the side we're going away from, lengthen through the side we're going towards, okay? Again, keeping those shoulders nice and stable, okay? My shoulders are going to stay in the same line across. They're not collapsing down. Okay, you can take your arms out to the side if you want. So you're just reaching to the side. Only go as far as you feel able to, don't push yourself. Those of you that are in wheelchairs, can you make sure that your small wheels at the front are pointing forwards and making the wheelbase longer, because we're going to be doing some leaning activities. If we lean forwards in our wheelchair with a short wheelbase, the weight will go through our feet and into our foot plates and possibly tip our chair over. So let's make sure that we've got our wheels pointing the right way so that that doesn't happen. So there should be a longer distance between the back wheels and the front wheels when they're pointing the correct way. Okay, a couple more side to side, and then we're going to hula hoop. So we're going to add the two movements, tilting forwards and backwards and side to side into a circle. Okay, so pop those arms down. So we're just going to come round to one side. So as you do that, you should feel the weight shift from one buttock to the other. Again, those shoulders and the upper part of your body should be staying fairly still. They're just going with the rest of the body. But all the movement is coming from the hips. If it's easier, imagine you've got a pencil in your belly button and you're just drawing circles with the pencil. Okay, two more to this side and then we're going to change. Okay, change directions. Might take a bit of time for your brain to get to grips with it. Instinctively, we always go to the preferred side or the stronger side. So we are trying to aim for equal movement on each side. Obviously, for a lot of you, your trunk muscles are affected with your MS, so you will have one side stronger than the other. That's fine. But aim for equal movement. Okay, two more. And last one. Okay, good. Right, this time we're going to do a little bit of bum shuffling, okay? For those of you that are able to do this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the hip on one side and just shuffle our bum backwards. So we're going to go to the back of our chair and then walk our bottom to the front part of our chair and just keep going. So you can see we're still using that shortening through one side. The side that we're picking up our bottom from, we should be shortening. We've got the weight transfer going on. And this can be a really good one to help with transfers, especially if you're using sliding boards or things like that. You need to get your bottom in front of your wheel to enable you to transfer. You don't want to be scraping your bottom on the wheel, otherwise you end up risking breaking the skin and then the development of pressure sores. Okay, one more back and then forwards. Good. Okay, so just get yourselves comfortable. Okay, so I want you to make sure that you're in a nice, safe, supported environment. Okay, so if you're in your wheelchair, you should be fairly okay because you should have armrests with you. If you're in a chair without armrests, it might be worth just supporting your arms, okay? And just going a little bit further towards the back of the chair so you're not too far away from it, okay? So all I want you to do, we're just gonna stimulate one of our other senses that is important for our balance, which is our vestibular system, which is the inner ear. Okay, so we're going to move our head, and we're going to move our head side to side. Not too slowly, but not too fast. If you do have vestibular symptoms, this could cause you to become dizzy. As uncomfortable as that is, it's one of those things that you almost need to work through a little bit. Certainly in my experience, when people's mobility has deteriorated, they become a lot more fixed across here, across their chest when they're using walkers or when they're in wheelchairs. They don't have to turn quite so much. So the vestibular system it's not stimulated so much. So like everything, it resets itself to a new normal. So any small perturbation will send a message to the brain to say, stop doing that, I don't like it. And it will give you symptoms of dizziness, nausea, vertigo, those sorts of symptoms. Okay, stop there. If you don't stimulate your vestibular system, then it will only get worse. So we need to make sure that you're moving your head side to side so that the fluid and the little hairs and the crystals are all stimulated within the inner ear, and that they tell the brain that that's actually a normal movement. Okay, so we're going to do it again, but we're going to go a bit faster this time. So think as if you were saying no to somebody and you were shaking your head. That's the type of speed that you need to be doing this with. If you need extra support, then use the backrest of your chair, okay? Particularly if it causes you to feel dizzy. Make sure you've got that extra support there, okay? So we're just going to shake our head. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And last time. No, 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 no. Okay, and stop there. Okay, it might affect your eyes a little bit as well. That's fairly normal. Okay, so this time, just give yourselves a couple of seconds to recover from that one. Okay, we're just going to take our head up to look to the ceiling and then down to look to the floor, okay? Don't want too much neck extension. We don't want to be squashing the back of our neck and squashing our discs and crunching our bones, okay? So we should just be taking our head up to the ceiling just enough and then down to the floor. Keep going. If any of this causes you neck pain, then obviously stop. Two more. And rest. Eyes back to the middle. Okay, so hopefully I didn't make anybody feel too sick or dizzy or anything like that. Okay, so what I'd like you to do this time, we're going to stay in this position. If you're able to, rest your hands on your lap, but if you need to use your arms for support, that's fine. Think about your posture. You're sitting up nice and tall, nice and firm with our feet on our supporting surface. And all I want you to do is just close your eyes. And open them. So most people, and that's whether you've got MS or anything else, rely really heavily on their eyes to help them with their balance. So we have three main systems that help us with our balance. So it's our sensation or proprioception, our vestibular system, which is our inner ear, and our vision. And most people are heavily dependent on their vision, okay? Which means that the other systems don't have to work quite so hard. So really, to get overall balance training, we need to work on all of these systems. So by closing your eyes, you're taking vision out of play, which means that the vestibular system and the proprioceptive or sensory system has to work harder, okay? So again, we're going to go again. So close your eyes. And open them. So you might find that there's a little bit of sway goes on when you close your eyes. That's okay. We've taken away your most dependent system and we're making those other systems work so much harder, okay? And because our brains and our spinal cords don't function in quite the same way, we may be missing some of those links that would normally send the signals to the appropriate places to let us know where we are in terms of our body relation to our base of support. But you can still work this and you can still improve this. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time. Close your eyes. If you're feeling really kind of confident about the position that you're in, you can move the position of your arms. So whether that's putting them up above your head, out to the side, out in front of you, entirely up to you. Okay, so you're just going to close your eyes. I'm going to put my arms above my head. And good, and relax. Okay, so we're going to move on to some back extension work, okay? So what you need to do for this, we're going to be leaning forwards and then sitting up, okay? So this is where your wheels need to be pointing the right way in your wheelchair. If you need to use your arms for support, rest them on your thighs. As you lean forwards, you can use those arms to help you sit back. Obviously, we want you to be able to do it without. So we're really using these back muscles, these back extension muscles to pull us back. Okay, if you've got arms on your wheelchair or your chair, you can use them. They'll probably be slightly higher than your thighs. So if you need a little bit of extra support, then you can use them. And it really is just a case of kind of using those arms like this. Okay. Only go as far forwards as you feel comfortable to. If you want a slightly extra challenge and you're nice and stable, you can bring your arms up above your head. Keep going. Two more. Good. Okay. This time we're going to reach down to the side. Okay, so again, if you need to use those arms on your chairs to support you to get back up, that's absolutely fine. So we're trying to stay nicely in the middle. We're not reaching forward, we're just going straight down to the side. Remember to use those core muscles as well to help you, especially when you're coming back up. Okay, two more to each side. Good. Okay, this time we're going to take the opposite hand to the opposite leg, okay? And we're going to come down towards our ankle and then back up. And then we're going to swap. So again, try not to let these knees collapse in together. Keep them nice and stable. And we're just coming across to the opposite ankle. If you're not able to come all the way across, take one arm onto your thigh, come across there and push up. Keep going, everybody. Okay, two more to each side. And last one. Good. Okay. So just give those shoulders a bit of a circle. Okay, so we're going to go on to some archery now. So we are going to take our arms to the side. We're going to twist slightly through the trunk. We're going to draw our elbow all the way back, open up and around. So draw back, open up and around. And we're following with our head. Remember, keep the elbow up. We want to try and keep it in line with the other arm. Couple more. Okay, good. And swap sides. So draw the elbow all the way back and release and open up. Couple more. That's it. Okay. And then last one, so we're going to start with our palms facing up, elbows into the side, as if we're balancing some dinner plates. We're going to rotate our arms out, and then we're going to reach up to the sky and down to the floor, opposite arms. As we reach up to the sky, we follow with our head. Keep alternating sides. One more to each side. And last one. Good, well done. Okay, circle those shoulders backwards. So we're just going to have a little stretch to finish off. So one arm over your shoulder, use the other hand to push the elbow a little bit further. And relax. And the other arm. And relax. This time we're going to take the hands behind. Push away. And relax. Okay, we're just going to do a bit of a stretch through the trunk, so we're just going to slide down to one side. If you need to rest your elbow on your armrest, that's fine, or use your chair to support you, that's fine. If you want an extra stretch, take the arm over the head. And swap sides. we're going to take the left hand to the right knee, take the right hand behind and twist. Keep your knees pointing forwards and we're just twisting through the trunk. And swap sides, so right hand to left knee, left hand behind and rotate. Okay, and then finally to the neck. Keep your eyes pointing forwards. You're just going to take your right ear to your right shoulder. Hold it there. Stay in this position and you're just going to rotate the eyes to look at the shoulder. Rotate the eyes back to the front and then bring the head back to the middle. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So left ear to left shoulder. Remember, try and keep your shoulders down. You're taking your ear to your shoulder, not the other way round. Okay, from this position, we're going to look to the shoulder, hold it there, rotate the eyes back to the front and then head back to the middle. And that's it, we're all done.